Bienvenue à tous. Welcome to Reporters here on France 24. I'm Mark Owen. In this edition, the energy project that could make one of the world's poorest states self-sufficient. So why are international donors not helping fund it? Ethiopia is building a huge dam in the Nile Valley. It could produce as much energy as 6 nuclear power stations, and it should revolutionize life for millions. But the project is controversial. Damming a river has implications for everyone who lives by and makes a living on the waterway. Egypt is uncomfortable with this project, though previous threats of war over its construction have now been withdrawn. Cairo still has those serious concerns over its water security. Our reports by Anne Locaen and Olivier Lehelard.
A giant trench in the Nile Valley, on the border between Ethiopia and Sudan. It's here that the Renaissance Dam has been under construction since April 2011. This colossal project is estimated to cost €4 billion, and a large part of Ethiopia's future economic development depends on it.
What we are looking at here in front of us is the dam axis. This is the place where we are starting construction of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam.
Once finished, it'll stretch from where the chief engineer is standing all the way to the other mountain.
When it is completed, the dam will have a length of 1,780 meters and with a height of 145 meters.
Its power will equal the output of 6 nuclear power stations. Ethiopia will then be energy self-sufficient. An Italian company has been entrusted with the management of the project.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. How are you? Fine. Everything okay?
Everything okay.
You are concreting?
What?
You are concreting?
Yeah.
Big progress now, these days. That's great.
The construction project is several years behind schedule. The biggest obstacle is that Ethiopia has to finance the dam on its own. No international institution wanted to help the country, since the project is controversial. The dam will give Ethiopia control of the Nile, and that worries the countries downstream. Above all, Egypt, as its agriculture and nearly all of its water reserves are dependent on the river. Mahmoud Abu Zaid was Minister of Water in Mohamed Morsi's government. Today he's president of the Arab Water Council.
You could look at this dam as a tap that Ethiopia can open and close at its whim. This gives them a very dangerous power. This will impact on Egypt's water security.
The Blue Nile rises in Ethiopia, before merging with the White Nile at Khartoum in Sudan, where the great river then flows north into Egypt. 90% of Egypt's water supply comes originally from the Blue Nile in Ethiopia.
The timing of the Ethiopian announcement for the project led us to be afraid. The announcement was made in April 2011, just after the start of the Egyptian Revolution. I think that Ethiopia took advantage that Egypt had other concerns to start the construction of the dam.
Egyptian concern about the dam was put on dramatic and unintended display in 2013 at a ministerial meeting chaired by Mohamed Morsi. Morsi was still president at the time. The ministers hadn't realized that the meeting was live on air.
كلامي واضح إن كل الخيارات مطروحة إذا لم تصلح الدبلوماسية ولم هؤلاء بالدبلوماسية سنلجأ للقانون الدولي والتحكيم. إذا لم يفعل ذلك سنلجأ إلى كل الخيارات التي يمكن أن يتصورها أحد للحفاظ على أمننا المائي، لأن الأمن المائي يساوي بالنسبة لنا زي ما أقول موضوع حياة أو موت.
إذا فشلت كل هذه المحاولات فلا خيار أن احنا ممكن نستخدم آخر الأوراق عن طريق الاستعانة بالمخابرات لهدم أي سد يقام إذا كان فيه هذه الخطورة المحققة على مصر، لأن بعض الخبراء قالوا أن بناء هذا السد يعتبر حالة إعلان حرب على مصر.
وليست مع إثيوبيا.
Suddenly the meeting is interrupted by the president.
لو بيقول لي اجتماع مذاع على الهواء فأنا ما عنديش خطة سرية ولا حاجة. أنا ما عنديش خطة سرية.
There's embarrassed laughter. Since then, Egypt has apologized and has changed government. Ethiopia has promised not to abuse its power once the dam is built.
I don't expect any war because of this water. We always call for discussion rather than war. War is not an option. Discussion is an option. Ethiopia sticks to 4 principles. Number 1 is a win-win approach. Number 2 is equitable and reasonable utilization of resources. Number 3 is we don't have any harm plan for downstream countries. Number 4 is cooperations. We believe in cooperations.
It will take some time for the dam to be completed. Even with economic growth last year of around 10%, the cost of the dam weighs heavily on Ethiopians, more than 25% of whom live below the poverty line. Today in Saja, 1,000 kilometers from the dam, a meeting has been organized. The entire village has come together to honor its civil servants, who've been strongly encouraged to give a part of their salary to finance the construction project. They will get government bonds as proof of their generosity.
This is a bond. Grand Trooper is a dam bond. This is 350, 400, 2,000. It differs from person to person, from employees to employees. Some employees contribute 3,000, 4,000 per month. So that
4,000 beer, about €200, 4 times the average salary in Ethiopia. The goal of these meetings is to encourage people to follow their example. Many Ethiopian citizens are ready to make the sacrifice. After 30 years of communist rule, the social pressure is enormous. Not many people raise objections, but one who does is Serkalem, who owns a small hairdressing salon in Addis Ababa. Like everyone in the capital, she has to put up with daily electricity cuts. What's happening? Is there no electricity?
That's right. You see, that's how it is. I've lit the coal to cook. We were in the middle of preparing macaroni for lunch, but now there's no electricity. Look, the food isn't even cooked.
The promise of unlimited electricity and the end of power cuts should make her happy, but she resents the pressure from the state to collect the money needed for the dam.
Myself, I can't even save. To build the dam, they'll take our money. I'd prefer to save for my family. Our generation won't benefit from the dam anyway. It might be useful for the next generation, but for us it won't make much of a difference. Can I have some coal? If the state asks me to buy a bond at 1,500 beers, where will I find the money? It's a tough life, it's not easy. It would have been better not to have started the project.
Few Ethiopians dare to show their dissatisfaction like Serkalem. Political dissent is not tolerated. Many opponents of the regime have disappeared or have been arbitrarily imprisoned. The Renaissance Dam and the huge costs associated with its construction are taboo subjects. But time and money aren't the only obstacles to its completion. Upstream from the dam, an area extending 200 kilometers will disappear underwater. Thousands of people will be uprooted from their homes. Shisega is a village living on borrowed time. Its inhabitants are the Gumus, a minority group living far from the central government. Today, an official is visiting the village. Joseph's task is to convince the locals to accept their approaching relocation.
We would like to know when we will be moved. We've already stopped constructing new houses and stopped tending the land. Please don't make the same mistake as last year. If everyone stops cultivating the land, it will cause serious famine.
When the dam is finished, you will have to leave here and go somewhere else, as water will submerge the area. As I had proposed the last time, there are two places you can move to. The first place is Badede.
What you have suggested seems a good idea. But anyway, we don't have the choice.
How can I be happy? The place you will move us to has no water supply. It's better to stay here, close to the Nile.
To reassure the villagers, Joseph promises that they'll receive compensation based on the harvests of the last 5 years. And he hopes to tantalize them with the idea that the move will transform their lives.
People ask a lot of questions about access to drinking water, electricity, and telephone. Yes, they ask a lot of questions. Once there, I tell them that they will benefit from the comforts of modern life.
The comforts of modern life, an idea still a little bit abstract here.
What is electricity?
It's light.
What?
It's light.
Huh? What? What do you mean, light?
With electricity you can do a lot of things. Watch television, for example.
Ah, watch a television. But can I ask you a question? We're farmers. What will electricity do for us farmers?
For these people, the Renaissance Dam will put an end to their ancestral way of life. It's not known yet how many people will be displaced or how much money will be collected through public subscription. But what is certain is that if this dam is to happen, it's the ordinary people of one of Africa's poorest countries who will bear much of the burden. It's a high price to have to pay.
We're here together today to talk about the financing of the Grand Renaissance Dam, which is currently being constructed on the Nile.
With all the money I have, I've bought a 500 beer bond.
I have also bought one. The bond is here in my hand. Until the dam is complete, don't hesitate to participate in its funding. The people from our district have decided that if they have to, they'll sell their houses or even their clothes. We'll all have to pull together.
It looks like it will be a long, hard road before Ethiopians see the development promised by their government.
የህዳሴውን ግድብ በእኛው ጉልበት በእኛው ገንዘብ በእኛው ዕውቀት ራሳችን ችለን አስጀምረናል። እናስጨርሰዋለን። እናመሰግናለን።
A report by Anne Lokaen and Olivier Le Helard coming from Ethiopia there, where life could be about to change for so many people in so many ways. You're watching Reporters here on France 24. Stay with us.